Hello, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. I greet you, home and diaspora. Depends on wherever you are now listening to me. I say to you from here, good evening, good night, good afternoon, and good morning. I found it imperative this moment to inform you that our patience is overdue. And I believe that some of you really understood what I'm saying this moment. Who amongst you will like to be a father of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? And who amongst you will like to be like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Why I'm saying this, what I'm saying this moment is that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu devotedly volunteered himself for the suffering for the emancipation of Biafra nation. One. Two, for no reason, as he was fighting a just cause and he was kidnapped by Nigeria government and illegally renditioned to Nigeria for over 3 years now, heading to 4 years. If you are the father of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, or you are the brother of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, or you are the wife of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, or the children of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, how will you feel? Because some people doesn't understand the pains and agony that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have been passing through in the DSS custody for no reason. And this is why I say our patience is long overdue. As you are listening to me this moment, I don't know how much you appreciate the sufferings of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for no offense. He didn't commit any offense. He did not commit any crime. International community justify him to be innocent. Even in the Nigeria Court of Justice, he was justified to be compensated adequately for infringing his human right, and for this case not to be visited by any court or any justice in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, because Nigeria government violated an international treaty. But when we are talking, some people will feel like what we are saying does not make sense. What we are saying is a special case. What makes it special? That evil is evil. Nigeria government committed evil by kidnapping an indigene of another country. A citizen of United Kingdom was kidnapped in Kenya by Nigeria government. And some of you are justifying it, making it to be a topic that one should be listening to. So now I'm asking you, can you answer me? What is the offense that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu committed that make his own case a special case? Sunday Igboho committed the same offense and he was released by Tinubu, welcomed and absorbed, integrated into the society of Nigeria. Many terrorists today are killing people in their churches, students being abducted, emirs being abducted, and the pastors, reverends, and bishops being abducted, and Tinubu have never once arrested one of these people. He have never arrested one terrorist. Have never arrested one kidnapper. He have never arrested one, rapist. It's quite appalling and very disappointing and disheartening that some Biafrans have decided to join Nigeria with their wickedness. They have decided, some Igbos, some Biafrans have decided to join forces with Nigeria government to fight Biafran agitators and Biafran leaders, which I want to say this moment categorically that whatever they are doing, whatever they are saying, whatever they are interpreting according to their own law, because Nigeria does not have a law and does not practice international law with other countries. So, for this reason, I want to inform you that their plans have collapsed because none of them can be more than United Nations. None of them can be United States. None of them can be more than a European Union that have said, let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go his way. He was discharged and acquitted. And the United Nations, which is the world power, said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case should not be tried anywhere and he should be released unconditionally. So what is actually on the mind of some people who felt like Nigeria belonged to them, and for this reason, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will remain in the DSS custody. If he's your brother or your sister or your son, how will you feel for this ill mind and maltreatment melted on him on daily basis? Remember, the way he was born is the way you were born. He's a human being like you. He feels pains. That place is not his father's house. It's not his own house. But the only thing you answer me is that he committed the offense that took him there. What offense? Can you convince me? And you are holding him down and appealing to the world powers to kidnap Simon Ekpa at the same time and bring him back to Nigeria. To come and do what? To come and suffer the way you people are suffering Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that the Biafra agitation will die. Listen and listen good. No matter whatever you call yourself, no matter wherever you are coming from, no matter your level in the society, no matter your international recognition, I want to tell you that you are not above the truth. Truth is one, and that truth will always be spoken, whether you like it or not. We are marching to the victory. All right? We are marching to victory. We are moving into the land that was promised to us by our God. And this is the land we know as our ancestral land. So what I'm telling somebody this moment is that you should understand that if you are fighting an innocent person, you will be the one to fail at the end of the whole thing. Maka na ọchụ nwa ọkụkọ nwa ada, mana nwa ọkụkọ nwe ọsọ. Don't forget that the whole world are watching Nigeria and their government. It's no longer hidden that Nigeria government is practicing terrorism, as he refused to fight terrorists, but rather prefer to pay ransom to terrorists so that they can equip themselves properly, using their money to buy sophisticated ammunitions, which they will use for jihadist war. Islamic extremists are being welcomed in Nigeria. Recently, look at what is happening in the north. Barely 24 hours now, that the ISWAP, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ICC, their militaries have arrived in the north, and Nigerian militaries ran away from confronting them. What is the reason? What will Tinubu give as a reason why Nigeria militaries could not fight all these people that have made life terrible and unbearable for Nigerians? The Nigerian citizens are now crying out for food. They are hungry because the source of their livelihood have been stopped by terrorists. They cannot go to farm. They cannot even come out from their rooms for the fear of kidnapping them or raping them or killing them with impunity. And nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to listen. I'm telling you that Islamic extremist soldiers arrived in the north barely 24 hours now. And the strength of Nigeria militaries could not contend with them. Why are Nigerian soldiers running away from the terrorists? Ask yourself a question. But they faced innocent, empty-handed protesters shooting at random, throwing tear gas on them. That's how they arrested many of them. Many of them have been in the DSS custody or the police custody because they protested that terrorism is a criminal offense. Terrorism is not allowed to be practiced in Nigeria. Terrorism have destroyed companies, investments, and people's future in Nigeria. Why is it that we cannot see the truth and we say it? But when we come out and say the truth, many people, including Biafrans and Igbos, some of them, will rise up against us. So does it mean that they have a hand with the Nigerian government in the terrorist activities going on in Nigeria? And at the end of the day, they will say, it's IPOB, it's agitators, it's Biafrans, it's this, it's that. Meanwhile, the truth is very clear. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. Samuel Ekpa is not a terrorist. Indigenous people of Biafrans are not a terrorist. Are you getting what I'm saying? So for this reason, I want to tell you that the whole world are watching. The movements and actions of Nigeria government towards Biafrans. And because of the marginalization of Biafrans and nonchalant attitude from Nigeria government towards Biafrans, it has made Biafrans to believe that they don't follow, they don't belong to Nigeria. Therefore, they come from somewhere, they have a place, they have a land, they have ancestral land they can call it their own. So why not let them go for the interest of peace so that you and your terrorists can continue existing in Nigeria? Since you cannot fight them, you cannot subdue them, you cannot stop them, and this is one of the primary objectives why people who said maybe you, Tinubu, should be forced inside Aso Rock did what they did. But little did they know that they will be fully disappointed at the end of the whole thing. And I want to believe that there is a serious problem between Northerners and Tinubu today, because they claim to be the one who put him in power, and all what they expected from him to do, He is not doing them, rather he is doing whatever that seems right to him. And this is why they are passing vote of no confidence on him, that Tinubu's government is the worst government and deserve not to continue. Fellow Biafrans, use your mind. Judge this matter. Where the innocent people are being executed for no reason, where the innocent people are being punished for no reason, where the just is suffering like a criminal and the criminals are being discharged and acquitted, the terrorists are being released and given military and police uniform, given salary and allowances, being integrated and infiltrated into Nigeria security forces in mass, that today you cannot know who is a terrorist and who is a real soldier or police in Nigeria. Everything become gari and sand. If you wouldn't mind, I want to tell you that this reason or reasons are reasonable enough for Nigeria to be divided and let everyone go his way. Because nobody likes to die, even you who is listening to me. When death comes now, we begin to run. Even no matter how many years you have spent or lived on earth, you will not like to die. So, some of you who are condemning good thing and accepting bad thing, just wait. As you supported evil, evil will not leave you. Because God said, he who pays evil for good, evil will not depart out of his house. Anyhow you like, look at it. God is complete, and nobody is like unto God. You may have been doing what you are doing, thinking that nobody is watching you, nobody can judge you, nobody can bring you to justice. But let me tell you one thing. You didn't create yourself. Neither did you create anybody. So, for this reason, you have no power over anybody's life. And you don't have a monopoly to kill anybody. But because Nigeria is a contraction, not a nation, and that is why law does not exist, and there's no justice, there's no equity. Everybody is living the way he or she likes, especially in Nigeria, where terrorists have taken over the Nigeria government. So, my dear listener, he who have ears, let him hear what the Spirit is telling the church. Run for your life. Renounce Nigeria as a Biafran, because you don't have the qualities of Nigerians. You have a different quality, and your quality is durable, it's acceptable. Everywhere in the world, Biafrans are welcomed because they are not terrorists, and they don't practice terrorism, and they have no hand in killing people anywhere you found them. They are industrious people, endowed by the Almighty God with a full talent, full understanding and wisdom, knowing what to do when necessary in order to survive, willing to withstand every test of time, very dynamic, unbeatable. Their wisdom is beyond human comprehension because directly they come from God. As you listen to me, don't let anybody deceive you. Do what is right, because Biafra is just at the door. Thank you.